Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So, you might have heard the music in the background just changing there. The reason for that is I think we definitely need the Heart of Iron 2 Japanese overture for what promises to be potentially the greatest game we have yet played. Now, I have to give props to my fine opponent, the Historical Gamer. This is going to be another play-by-email game that I'm going to be playing against the user Admiral DadMan over on the forums. He is a lovely chap. He's a moderator over there in the forums. So this is it. It's really nice to see that we get the actual royalty here. He's in fact my... he's my Markle to... He's the Markle to my Harry. He's the Kate to my William. So it should promise to be really quite nice. It's going to be rather interesting. I'm just praying I've got the actual proper save up and everything's good. Pre-stream nerves. But indeed, this is going to be a interactive series, much like the other one here. We're going to be learning together. We are going to be learning together, and that's what I like here. It's all about that learning process. We're going to see things. We're going to see the highs. We're going to see the lows. We're going to see a lot of lows, but we might also see occasional highs as well. So we'll get into this in just a moment. Promises to be quite exciting. What do you think to the background image as well? Thinking about getting that made into print actually in the near future. I think it'd be quite nice. But here we go. Go ahead and get a rock in there. I don't think there was terribly much I might have missed on the first turn. I mean, this is it. I spent quite a long time actually on it. I remember the cannon there. Okay, it's a sin. Is that the right one? Let me just double check that I've got the right save here. 2 seconds. It is 5. Just hoping that it's right, unless he's just sent it back with the same name. That was the name, but I sent it to him actually. A little bit worried here. We'll go ahead and see what it is then. I'm hoping that it is actually the proper thing. Right, we do have a combat replay. I always feel like something's going to go wrong here. Oh, here we go, yeah. We do have these... Ho ho ho! There we go, so we have the light cruiser Helena taking a torpedo there from the midget submarine HA-22. That's nice. Okay, wow. Okay, I will take that. Vanishes at Pearl Harbor. Unable to penetrate. Unable to launch midget submarine. Launches midget submarine. Gets tangled in nets. But hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. Would have been nice to potentially have had that hit a enemy BP, but hey, I'll take a light cruiser. Okay, there's going to be a lot of things going on here as we move into the actual turn proper. It's been so long. It's been so bloody long since I've seen a turn 0, you know. Now, originally I was going to head out to actually land at Sinkawanga. I actually did... I did decide against that in the end. We do have our actual cargo ships moving out from Japan over here. Ooh, that was very lucky there. I was very lucky. Yeah, it's a nice way to begin. Luckily, we do not begin with a torpedo into one of our cargo ships as well. Right, we do have an APD over here. Torpedo misses from the S-39. And this is it. It's going to take us a while to actually get used to DadMan in a way. I mean, this is it. It's new thinking, it's new behaviours, it's a lot of different things. We can see he's already beginning to move out to Manila over here then. So that's something that we can see is already underway.
Hello, my misguided friends. This is your #1 enemy, Orphan Anne, from Radio Tokyo, with another blow to your morale and some music to console you. Today, the Imperial government announced that the Imperial Navy has achieved another great victory near Midway, with the sinking of 2 carriers, a battleship, and numerous cruisers and destroyers.
I, I, I don't know what to say. Looks like we're not striking Pearl Harbor. What? So we kind of ran into... Well, at least we know where Lexington is. No, I totally had a strike on Pearl Harbor set up. We just seemed to... I don't know. I just don't know how to explain that one. I mean... Okay. I mean, it'd be an interesting way to begin. It's... I mean, the thing is, I'm a little bit worried because we're geared towards a attack against Pearl Harbor. I frankly do not have a bloody clue what to say there. I mean, that's taken the cake right off the beginning there. I really do not know what to say. But we have our... I mean, this is it. We have combat going on in the meantime. I just don't know what the hell... I'm not even recovered. But we have our Zeros doing very well here. We are shooting down a good number of the Warhawks here, which is very good to see. I've just... I just can't... I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I genuinely do not know what's going to happen. I think we have our... I mean, potentially so, but they were in a magic move task force. It's just, I didn't expect them to be in that location, so I'm a little confused as to what's happened, to be honest. I mean, that's putting it bloody lightly, to be honest. They were meant to go to the north of Pearl Harbor. They look to be near... I didn't even really get a good idea of where they were. I'm just shocked by the fact that we ran into them. I mean, maybe so. I mean, it's a bloody interesting move to do so. But here, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. I mean, if we have a shot at taking down Lexington, I guess that's better. I don't know. No. Which is probably why then, I suppose. But there we go, we have a successful attack, so we do shoot down 4 Warhawks over here. DadMan's first lesson, yeah. Well, that's going to be very interesting. Right, we do have the Nels coming in here alongside the Bettys to hit Manila's airfields. Luckily, no enemy fighters engage us. I'm talking about anticlimactic. Oh, that son of a bitch. Oh, it's already promising to be an interesting game, isn't it? I don't even know how you top that. How'd you top that? And he has a few heavy cruisers with him, so it'd be interesting. I mean, if he's done that deliberately, then I'm genuinely impressed. I didn't think that was a thing. I didn't think you could actually intercept. But I suppose you can. It does worry me that we might be in a position where we lose, like, Kidabutide turn 1, but... oh dear. But I don't think it'll be that bad. We'll see, we'll see. We did have combat patrol set up, so we are still going to ruin that. We don't have as much in the way of naval attack, but we'll see what happens. We do have naval attack, so yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. So we actually do very well here. So 32 Warhawks are damaged, 1 destroyed on the ground, 14 Catalinas damage. How you doing, mate? Good man. And we have some Seagulls damaged over here, so looking very fine here so far. Right, we are hitting Eben over here as well. hitting the actual American aircraft on the ground. Now, we are going to be persecuting a very aggressive operation in the Philippines, but we can see that he's already beginning to move his forces over here to Clark, so we do need to try and be as quick as possible. We do see assets over here near, well, this is, I have paratroopers set to actually take Busuanga as well, so we're going to be taking Busuanga in the first turn, which is going to be very good. Yeah, I'm just aghast at what happened earlier. Oh my. Okay, so no allied flights there. We do damage 14 Warhawks here. We do damage one on the ground. Well, destroy one on the ground, which is very good. Right, we have our operations here. So we do have 13 Zeros, 8 43 1AS Oscars over here. Now, the Zeros should make fine work of these Buffaloes. The Oscars should do alright as well. These Buffaloes aren't exactly great, but it's more so up to the actual Zeros to do the damage here, so that'd be quite nice. We're trying to annihilate his air power to begin with, really. As quickly as possible, to be honest. Okay, yeah, we are hitting the aircraft on the ground. Very nice. So there are very little rules in this game, by the way. I mean, obviously I will have it posted, but the main rules are, for example, if I can name off the top of my head, but I do need to pay political points to move assets out of China. He's fine with me moving stuff from Manchuria to China, but out of China, need to pay a political point cost. I don't think there's terribly many more than that. I'd have to double check afterwards. I'm just still as shocked that we had the Kiddipatai run into Lexington, but we'll see what happens afterwards. Ideally, we come out of that well. It's a very interesting play. So we continue to hit the runway. We'll speed this up and see how that goes. Right, so no aircraft on the ground here, which is interesting. Could you get a, well, I mean, this is it. You only really strike Pearl Harbor in the first day, so if we don't have that opportunity, it looks like we'll not be striking Pearl Harbor. Which is going to really change how the game might potentially flow. Not terribly much, but it will be different. Right, so we hit in Hong Kong over here. Do have the actual headquarters moving south over here, as well as these forces. So we will be taking Hong Kong in a timely fashion, and then moving the 38th, more than likely, out to Malaya, sorry. Okay, moving in over here to hit the airfields once again. I think this is a low star right now. So we'll speed this up. Yeah, we do find aircraft on the actual runway over here, which is very nice. We do need to knock out certain airfields as well, try and impede him. But we do damage 18 Blenheims on the ground here, which is nice. 11 airbase hits, 6 on the airbase supply, 37 on the runway. We'll try and knock out his aircraft in that area. Okay, so Noyers, I seem to have set up on a ground pound mission I've forgotten about. I don't know how I feel about not having a Pearl Harbor, because I was like, yeah, we're going to have Pearl Harbor, we're going to do Pearl Harbor, and then it's like, no Pearl Harbor. Right, okay, those zeros are a little bit late, but it was worthwhile having them there anyway. Nothing sports to do over Manila. Right, okay. So we have these guys coming in here, so 32, kind of 43 1B Oscars. I believe they might be sweeping, actually. But we'll engage the Buffaloes here with advantageous numbers and ideally take them out. So we fire from behind the Buffaloes over here. Very nice. So how are you guys feeling then so far? Are you as aghast as I am? Because that's pretty... I don't know, Yvonne, what to say about that. Pretty aghast on that one. It's different. It's different. I think that one's safe to say. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if we have a combat occur and just, yeah, we're in a position to go for... Well, I mean, this is it. I'm not exactly sure where our carriers are right now. That's a lot of Buffaloes there. So, we do not take any losses. We do shoot down 4 Buffalo, which is very nice. Looks like we damaged a good number of other ones as well. As I thought you'd be stopped, probably so. Northwest of Johnson, yeah, which is a really odd position, considering they should not have come in that position at all, really. And I suppose it could open things up. I mean, the reason why I go for the Pearl Harbor strategy is just, well, it just makes sense, really. Right, so we do see allied ships over there. So yeah, we do not see Kitabatai out here. That's going to be interesting. I do have my submarine spreading out over here. This happened to be in an AI game. Oof. Yeah. I mean, this is it. It's not worthwhile to attack Pearl Harbor now. I mean, that's going to be an interesting one. It's a shame, but it's not a real big deal. I mean, if anything, the actual attack of Pearl Harbor was engineered to actually hit the carriers, so we'll just have to see what happens. But we have our forces landed over here at Malaya. We managed to make it in without any losses, which is fantastic. He did try to get us with these submarines, so that was quite nice. Quite lucky that we avoided that fate. I just find it really strange that we're northwest of Johnston, really. But we'll see about that. It could be a very interesting way to open the game up. It's definitely something I could not have predicted to have happened, really. Right, so there's approaching our ships over here. Oof. Haruna, don't dare. Don't you dare. Now, Haruna shouldn't have actually been there. She's actually due to be leaving this area. Episode 1 ground floor, harder to follow this one. Yeah. I do like grapes. What a brilliant name. Don't hit Haruna. Or anything, really. Well, grapes. That's a brilliant name. We did have a cancelled Pearl Harbor, which is really interesting. So we're kind of recovering from that at this moment in time. Okay, we are doing well so far. I mean, potentially I should have had the zeros to cover these lands over here. But we seem to be doing okay so far. Which is luck, if anything. You're out to range for his full-speed task force. Yeah, I mean, this is it. It does worry about it. It worries me that if he's actually done this deliberately, what else might he have done? I do have these submarines moving from Pearl Harbor out in a fan shape as well, so it'd be interesting to see if we actually do get a potential location on carriers or the other carrier in the area. And I didn't anticipate having to even contemplate hunting for his carriers immediately, but it seems so. So we have our landings over here to Kotabaru, which is good. Luckily, no casualties have been taken, so far it's been pretty smooth, right? But we do have forces at Mirivas. We landed there shortly too. So ideally, we'll hear quite a few, well, banzais. Okay, we'll speed this up over here. So we do see the 8th Indian Brigade there. Okay, so we suffer 45 casualties. We inflict 169 casualties on the Allied forces over here at Kotabaru, which is quite nice. Landing there. We'll probably lose a couple more in the surf. Yep, okay. 22, so one squad is lost during the surf. Sounds like they had a nice time. How you doing there, AT? Welcome back. Right, we're landing over here then. Lost connection. One sec, let me try and get things sorted out, man. That's weird. Okay. That's bizarre. Okay, apparently YouTube is throwing a fit right now. Which is not exactly what I wanted. Ah, bugger me.